again, morning folks, welcome back to another video. Today I'm with my sister again after you all loved that championship prediction video so much we thought we'd predict the Premier League table today. How do you think you've done? Do you think it's been easier or harder than championship?
I think for me a little bit easier because I know the Premier League a lot more than the championship and you know roughly the top four year in year out.
Yeah, it's definitely more predictable than the championship. The championship is all over the place. But yeah, let's get straight into it then, the Premier League. So we're starting alphabetically again. Let's start with Arsenal. I have put Arsenal 5th. Now last season Arsenal had an okay season. They started with Unai Emery, it went really badly. They got him out, they brought in Arteta. He didn't really rescue them in the league, but he did win the FA Cup for them. They've held on to Aubameyang. They need to get in a couple extra players. I think they'll do better, but not quite good enough for the top four. I've put Arsenal 5th.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I've also gone Arsenal in 5th place. They're a very good team, obviously, great history. They've got some really good young players coming through the ranks and it's interesting to watch, but I don't think they're going to challenge for the top four next year. I think they're going to finish just outside in 5th place.
Oh, same as me then. Okay, moving on to the next team, it's again, Aston Villa. So Aston Villa just survived last season. How annoying. They really didn't deserve it. They were terrible last season. But yeah, no, fair play to them. They stayed up. Do I think they'll stay up this season? No. I've put them to go down 19th place. If they hang on to Jack Grealish, if they bring in some players, they might do okay. But it's a very tough league this season. So I've put Villa 19th.
So I've gone just above. I've put Villa in 18th. I think, well, they did very well last year to stay in just about. But I don't think they're going to do it this year. They might. But I'm not totally convinced at the moment, so I think they're just going to go down. Okay,
that's fair enough. Moving on to the next team, it's Brighton and Hove Albion. Last season, not a great season for them, but they did what they needed to do. They got across the line, they were safe. I think it'd be the same this season. They've brought in Adam Lallana. That for me is a really good signing. They've got just sort of the solid foundations of a Premier League team, so I've predicted them to just stay up. 15th place for Brighton.
Okay, I've gone a little bit lower. I've gone 17th place because I think it's going to be a little bit of a fight between them and Villa to go down. I do think Brighton have better players than Villa and are a better team and play better, but yeah, I've got them in 17th place.
Okay, moving on to the next team, it's Burnley. So Burnley, really solid under Sean Dyche last season. The thing is, they could go into any game and they could just pick up results. They're really solid at the back. They know how to get a clean sheet. They know how to score a goal from a set piece. Really solid team. So I predicted them mid-table, 12th for Burnley.
Yeah, so I've gone 11th place for Burnley.
Yep.
They're, for me, not a very interesting team to watch. I don't really like their style of football. However, they do know how to get a result.
Yeah, and as long as they keep hold of Sean Dyche, I think they're fine. But yeah, a solid team. Moving on to the next one then, Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea, they're going to be a little bit different next season. They brought in Timo Werner, haven't they? They'll make a few signings over the summer transfer window. Obviously, not all the deals have been done yet, but they will be a slightly different team to last season. I think they finished 4th last season, and that's where I've put them again this season. So 4th for Chelsea.
Yeah, so I've put them in 3rd place because, yeah, they have brought in Timo Werner, and I think he's going to perform well for them. Also, if Pulisic keeps banging in the goals, he's such a good player.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 3rd place for them because they're a good, solid team.
Okay, the next team is Crystal Palace. Really poor end to the season. They only survived because they'd got enough points in the first half of the season. They ended the season with, I think, 8 defeats, so that's really poor. I've actually put them to get relegated this season. I think if they carry on from where they left off last season, then I think they're in trouble. I've put 18th for Crystal Palace.
I've gone with 16th for Crystal Palace, so bottom half of the table. If they can keep hold of Wilfried Zaha, which I think they will because the price tag on him is too high, then I think they will just stay up. Yeah,
I think it's crucial to Palace holding on to Zaha. Next team then is Everton Football Club under Carlo Ancelotti. I think the expectations are a bit too high at Everton because there's so many big teams now with Wolves, Leicester, Sheffield United. They're all trying to squeeze into that top half. Everton have almost been pushed out. I do think they'll make the top half, but only just. I've put Everton 9th.
Yeah, so slightly under. I've gone 10th place for Everton. Yeah, big team should be performing better. Got a very good manager, but as you said, there's a lot of better teams out there, so I've put them in 10th place.
Yeah. I think we're going to agree on this one. We'll see. Fulham Football Club, who only just came up through the playoffs, they are, for me, I'm sorry, but they're going to be the weakest team next season. I've put Fulham 20th. Hopefully they can prove me wrong. It'd be nice to see Fulham stay up, but I just think the fact that they've just sneaked up through the playoffs, and last time they were in the Premier League they were really weak. I've put Fulham to finish bottom, 20th.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think they're going to finish bottom of the league. They're going to finish 20th for me, so they're going to go straight back down. Yeah, they were good in the Championship, but I don't think they're good enough to stay in the Premier League. It would be nice to see the promoted clubs stay up. However, I just don't think they're going to be good enough to keep up this year.
Yep. The next team is Leeds United. Really, really good to see them back in the Premier League after about 16 years, I think. Relegated in 2004. I think they're going to do well. They're really, really strong in the Championship last season. I think they're going to be mid-table in the Premier League next season. I've put Leeds United 11th, and I'm really excited to see them, especially when fans come back. So 11th for Leeds United.
Yeah, I've put them in 13th. I do think they're going to stay up. Big team, good manager, and I think he's talking about signing an extension with them.
Yep.
So that'd be very good for them, and also they play good football in my eyes. So yeah, it'd be nice to see them stay up.
Okay. Moving on to the next team is Leicester City. They bottled the Champions League last season. They were third for most of the season, then they threw it away and finished fifth right at the end of the season. I think they're going to be top half again next season, but probably just outside the top six. I've put Leicester to finish 8th next season.
Yeah, I've got them in 9th purely because of how they slipped off last season. If they can get to a good start, then I do think they'll finish higher than that. However, because of the poor end to the season, I don't think they're going to finish much higher than that, but we'll see.
Okay, the next two teams then are Liverpool and Man City, so they're surely going to be the two teams that we're going to put to win the league. I have actually gone with Liverpool to win the league. Liverpool in first place. I just think they were so powerful last season, despite having a very mediocre finish. They were just so strong over the season. I think if they can do the same next season, they're going to absolutely blitz it again. Obviously, you're a Liverpool fan. I hope you're going to agree with this, but I'll put Liverpool first.
I don't actually agree with it. I think Man City might nick it next year. I think it's going to be good competition between the two. I've put Liverpool in second place, but I do think with Man City, just pure quality of the players. If they're more consistent next year, I think they're going to get it.
Okay, yep, so moving on to the next team is Manchester City. So I have actually put them second. I just think it's going to be between these two. I don't think anyone's going to dispute that. I just think Liverpool are just so strong. Obviously Manchester City have great depth in their subs bench and all of that sort of stuff, but I just think Liverpool are going to win it. So for me, Manchester City second.
Yeah, as I've already said, I've put Man City top. I would like Liverpool to win it, but I do think Man City might put up more of a competition next year.
Okay, next team is Manchester United. For me, probably the best of the rest after these two teams. I've put Manchester United third. They're looking quite strong under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but not strong enough to challenge for the top two just yet. So third for Man United.
I've put them in fourth place. Again, good team, not too consistent. However, if their defence can tighten up quite a bit, because that seems to be their issue, the defence and the keeper mistakes. However, with Bruno bagging the goals last season, I think they'll be definitely top 4 for me if they keep bagging those goals.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes is crucial to Manchester United. Next team then is Newcastle United. Fairly decent season, did better than people would have predicted last season under Steve Bruce. I'll put them to just stay up next season, 16th for Newcastle United.
I've actually got them in 12th place, so I think they're going to have a good season. They've got some good players and they play quite well together. Again, decent manager, so we'll see. Hopefully they can keep pushing on because I do quite like them.
Okay, the next team is Sheffield United. Last season's surprise package, really strong season. Chris Wilder, I really rate him. Their whole team, there's just got this togetherness about them. I think they're going to be really solid next season again. Sheffield United, top half, 10th for me.
Yeah, I've got them in 8th place. Very solid team. They know how to grind out results again. Their defence is solid. They've got a new keeper now. Is it Ramsdale they've just brought in?
From Bournemouth.
Yeah. Instead of Dean Henderson, who was also solid for them. So, I think they're going to have another good season. So I've got them in 8th place.
Yeah, good luck to Sheffield United. The next team is Southampton. Another bit of a surprise package from last season. One-man team, really. Danny Ings fired them all the way up to mid-table. If they keep hold of Danny Ings, it'll be the same story again. 13th for Southampton.
Yeah, so I've got them in 14th, so I think they're going to do alright as long as Danny Ings has a good season. It's totally dependent on him, and if he keeps bagging the goals, then they're going to have an alright season. If not, I think they could be down in the relegation zone.
Okay, next team is Tottenham Hotspur, a team that I quite like because of how many English players they use, but for me, they really messed up last season when they got rid of Pochettino. Bringing in Mourinho wasn't the right decision, and it proved to be the case. They were really, really poor. I think they finished 7th or 8th last season. I think it might have been 6th or 7th actually. But I've put Tottenham 7th next season. I just don't think they're going to be that great. I think they need a better manager than Mourinho.
So I've got Tottenham in 6th place. Yeah, I agree with what you say about the manager. They've got a very good team. They should be performing better, but they just don't seem to really click, especially the end of last season. So we'll see if they do come together, and then they can push for definitely top 4, top 6. So I've got them in 6th place.
Yep. Next team is another promoted team, West Bromwich Albion. Did really well to finish 2nd in the Championship last season. Back in the Premier League after a couple of years. I think they'll be in a relegation battle, but for me, they are just going to survive. I've put West Bromwich Albion 17th.
Yeah, I've got them in 19th place, so I do think they're going to go down. Again, it would be nice to see them stay up, but I just don't think they've got the quality to stay up.
Okay, the next team is West Ham United. A big club, but they're really big underperformers in terms of the size of the club and where they finish in the Premier League table. I think they'll be in the bottom half again next season. I put West Ham United 14th.
Yeah, very similar. I've gone for 15th place again. They didn't have a very good season last season, and I don't think they're going to have a very good season this season, but I don't think they're going to be near the relegation zone, so I've put them in 15th. Okay,
and then the last team is Wolverhampton Wanderers. Really strong team from last season. I've put them to finish 5th. No, I've put them to finish 6th next season. I think Wolves are going to be really strong, definitely capable of breaking into that top 4. But I've put them 6th, and we'll just see what happens. But yeah, good luck to Wolves.
I've put them in 7th. Again, very good team. I don't think anyone expected them to do so well in recent years, but they've really shone. Jimenez, such a good player. They've got really good players in their team. So yeah, I think they're going to finish top 7.
Okay, and that wraps up today's video then. Cheers for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll probably do a League One predictions video next because you're loving these videos so much. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.